To reduce radicals, we need to look at prime numbers. Prime numbers, of course, would be the numbers that are only divisible by itself in 1. So if I was looking at this 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, will be the next several prime numbers. Pause the video now and you can answer it. So these are the next several numbers. So you notice we skipped 21 and 25, 35, all these numbers that have divisors. We need to look at prime numbers because they're a good way to kind of get an idea of what numbers can be divided by. And we want to start from the smallest and kind of go up, because when you're dealing with prime numbers like this, it's very beneficial to start from the smallest, because what we're really trying to do is create a prime factorization. Now, prime factorization, if you might remember this from kind of elementary or middle school math, there's a unique prime factorization for any integer. There's only one that works. So for all the numbers that we're going to talk about, like 135, 120, all these numbers have one and only one factorization. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a method. This method is fine. The basic rules up here, you can see it talks about how to simplify square roots. I'm going to show you a method that works for me, and it might hopefully work for you. So this method, kind of bear in mind that we're going to keep that list of primes in place, and I'm going to show you what to do. So we're going to start with 135. Okay, so 135 is a number, and we know it's divisible by 5, but we should, again, we need to start with the smallest number first. So we need to start looking at 2. Now, is it divisible by 2? No, it's not divisible by 2. It's an odd number. But is it divisible by 3? It turns out that it is. Now, if you're trying to look to see if it's divisible by 3, a real quick way to do that is if you add the digits up, 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. But that's only for, the only two numbers that works for is 3 and 9. So bear that in mind. So 3 divided by 135, I'm going to divide that first, and I end up with 45. Now we're looking for what's next. Is 45 still, we still check on 3. Is 45 still divisible by 3? It is. And then we end up with 15. Is 15 divisible by 3? It still is. Okay? Then we end up with 5. Is 5 divisible by 3? No. Is 5 divisible by the next prime number is 5? It is. We're down to 1. I'm going to circle that, and that tells me that I'm done. Okay? I know that the 5 is over here, 5 is over there, but understand that's what we're looking for. Now, square root means there's a, we talk about a second index. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for pairs of numbers. Now I have 3, 3, 3, and 5. I'm going to circle one pair. Okay? Now anything that I can circle comes out of the radical once. So the 3 comes out, just 3. What's remaining is 3 times 5, which is 15. So the square root of 135 is equal to 3 times the square root of 15. Now the reason why this works is because square root of 135 is the same as the square root of 9 times the square root of 15. Okay? But this process kind of helps us to identify what that value is going to be. Okay? Let's try 128. 128 is divisible by 2. It turns out it's going to be divisible by 2 a lot. Okay? So we're going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And we see that we have a bunch of 2's. I'm going to circle my pairs. Now, here's what happens when you have more than one pair. I have 1, 2, 3 2's. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. And then I have my radical 2 left over. Now 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 cubed, or 8. 8 square root of 2. Okay? Why don't you try it for square root of 270. Pause it now and check your work. We've seen 270 earlier, where we saw 135 anyway. So you can see at 135 it's the same as it is over on the original one. But if I do this, you notice I have a 2, then I have a 3, 3, then I have a 3 and a 5. So my process is still the same. Now 2 is the smallest prime number, but it's not actually part of it's not going to be pulled out because there's only one of them. So I still have just the one value that comes out, which is 3. Then I have 2 times 3 times 5, which is 30. Okay? So 3 squared, 30. For 999, you might say, well, that's divisible by 9. Of course it is, but is 9 a prime number? Well, no. But 3 is. 999 divided by 3 is 333. I can divide that by 3 again. I get 111. Now, is that divisible by anything? Well, it's actually still divisible by 3, which gives me 37. Now, 37, it turns out, is a prime number. Okay? So if I were to look at this, I've got 1 3 that comes out, one pair of 3s, and then I have 3 times 37. So 3 times 3, this 3 comes out. I'm left with 3 times 37, which is 111. Okay? 8,381. Now this is going to take a little bit of doing because 8,381 is a larger number. But we kind of keep checking it out. So is it divisible by 3? No. Doesn't add up. It adds up to 20. Is it divisible by 5? No. Well, maybe it's divisible by 7. 8,381 divided by 7 is 1197.285, not divisible by 7. So 8,381 divided by 11, also a remainder, 761.9. 8,381 divided by 13, 644.69. So there's some problems here. Next one is 17. 17 it is. So 8381, 17. Now this is 493, okay? Now I just figured out that 17 comes out, and I have 493 left over. I do not need to start back at 235. I know that those don't work. If they didn't divide 8,381, it won't divide 493. So 493, I'm going to divide that by, start off with 17. Because I always want to check to see if that works first, and it turns out that it does. So 17 divides 493, gives us 29. Okay. Now 29 is a prime number. So I've got 17 times 17 times 29. So 17 comes out. Okay. 17 square root 29. All right. That's how this works. So take a few minutes, pause the video, do the same thing for 3,030 or 30,030. Okay. So start with 2 and kind of work your way up. And then you can check the video after a little bit. So after a few ones, I've already divided 2, 3, and 5. And you notice I was able to stop after each one of those because there were the repeating terms. So now I'm up to 1,001. So keep on going. Okay, gone through all the way. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Those are the prime factors of 30,030. In other words, each of the first 6 prime numbers are factors of this value. Now, I'm looking for pairs, and I'm not seeing a single pair. I see singletons. So what does that mean? Well, it means this. The reduced form of 30,000, square root of 30,030 is the square root of 30,030. It's already reduced. If you see this happen, if you have a term like this that does not have any pairs of factors, it does not reduce further. Okay? Please, we have an assignment to do. If you want to, after viewing this video, you can look at the assignment intro 4.